We are just about 1 year and a couple months away from the 2011 Women's World Cup. Someone who has a little experience playing in those, Julie Foudy. Julie, talk a little bit about what is going through the player's mind, in this year leading up to the Cup.
How do I get on the team? No, I think as you get closer, you just start to narrow the focus. They got the league and they have national team games, so you try and balance it, and you just you start trying to get your core together and on the same page and together as much as you can, which is hard when there's a league getting together that much. But the focus definitely starts to narrow as they're only about 1 year out.
And speaking of the league, how important is that now to have this women's professional league?
I think it's critical because, in the first league, the WUSA, you have, two players out there, Shannon Box and Abby Wambach, who probably aren't on the national team today if it weren't for that league, because they got a second life. They hadn't done necessarily as well with the national team, and then they were really successful with the league, and so the national team brought them back in. So what it does is it broadens your pool, so and gives players, other looks that they wouldn't normally get if there was no league.
And the league is a little bit different. This current incarnation is a little bit different than it has different ambitions than WUSA.
Well, I think we learned a lot from the WSA, good and bad. We learned our lessons. So this time around, they're trying to do it a bit more organic, grassroots, smaller. Smaller business plan and create some, longevity, which with, 3 years and out with the WSA wasn't ideal, and we burned through a lot of cash. And so, realizing that there is a great market of fans that want to see women's soccer, but you're not going to become the NFL in 3 years. And so just to go about it a little more gradually.
And, but even saying that, you're still getting some of the top players in the world are all saying this is where we want to play.
Yeah, and that's a great sign. I mean, and it's, the one thing that is wonderful about, the Women's Professional Soccer League is they can say we are the best league in the world, because they are literally getting, they have Marta, they have Abby, they have players from all over the world that want to come and play here in the United States.
Now, do you miss it? Do you miss being out here? See, is it hard for you as a, working behind the cameras instead of running around out there?
I miss the camaraderie, the gals, but I don't miss, being fit, as I have my beer gut now. No, I don't miss, having to stay fit all the time and worrying about fitness. I have 2 kids, little kids, 3 and 1 year old, that I run after that keep me fit, and I did it for so long. I was almost on the team for 20 years, so 17, 18 years, and so I had my fix, and now I'm on doing other fun things.
So this is as we said, we're getting ready to take on Mexico. How is this team shaping up as far as you're seeing it?
Well, I think they're doing really well. They just came back from playing in Portugal at the Algarve Cup, which is always one of the top tournaments in the world, and they beat Norway, Sweden, and Germany, 3 top teams in the world. Germany, being the hosts of this next World Cup, are one of the favorites and are the current world champions. So that's huge results. And she's got a really good mix of younger players coming through that are helping. Lauren Cheney is a young player. She scored 4 goals in the Algarve Cup and scored against Mexico on Sunday. So this is the time, where you're going to get those final looks at these players, because you can't be tinkering when you get into a World Cup year as much. You start, this will be one of the last looks they get these next few games, and then you start rolling with that group going forward.
Julie Foudy, thanks so much.
All right, thank you.